Well, good morning again. It is 6:45, and I'm chomping at the bit. I've been up for 2.5 hours, so hit the trail, hit the road rather. Um, it's light, getting light out. I can at least see the road. I feel like people could probably see me as they're coming down. Anyway, got a short little 6 miles today that I need to do, and then I can always extend that a little bit if I want to. So, got a long 2-mile hike ahead of me up this fucking road. Can't even call it a road. Turns into a damn ATV nightmare. So, alright. Check in later. Bye. So I don't know if I mentioned this last time on my way down, but there's a fish hatchery here. And there's some signs in there. I did not stop on my way down because I had to go to the bathroom. But judging by the signposts and whatnot, looks like there's like a self-guided tour here. And had I been a little bit later this morning, probably would have walked through that real fast. Just take a look. The creek, stream, whatever, is back there, and they've got nets and fences over it, so birds and shit can't get in there. But neat little complex, I guess. Would have been pretty neat to go through that. But not today. And then this is me. Well, me for another 2 miles. So I showed this briefly on the way down. Big parking area for Spy Rock. Let's see here. We're here. This is the road going up to the AT, and here's Spy Rock. I didn't hit Spy Rock on the way down. Hike description: the hike to Spy Rock from the fish hatchery parking area is 1.6 miles with a 1,300 foot of elevation gain. The road to the AT from here extends through private land, so please respect landowners by staying within the road corridor. Please follow the Blue Blaze side trail near the summit to reach the best viewpoint and protect sensitive plants. But the reason I wanted to point out this area is because this is rather a large parking area. I mean, I bet you can fit 20 cars in here. But then the road up here, going down by the fish hatchery, says no parking emergency vehicle access on the road. I didn't understand until I got down to the bottom by the fish hatchery, and there's an additional parking lot, overflow parking. So Spy Rock must be a very popular place. I guess on my through hike, because I don't think I'm going to get to it today. We'll see how far it is from the along the AT to backtrack to it. But through hike, I guess I'll need to come up and go do that 0.1 miles and take a look. There are actually 2 cars here when I passed by here on the way down a couple days ago. Bye. So remember on the way down. Oh, by the way, it's let's see here. It's 7:30. Remember on the way down, I showed you that intersection, we got Confusion Corner, because it had like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ways to go. Oh. Anyway, I'm back up here, and it always amazes me when I'm trudging up a hill and my ears pop. And it happened to me twice on the Priest. Such a difference in incline, and then once just now. But look at this tree. The burls on that thing. Whoever owns that tree is gonna get a pretty penny when somebody comes in to cut that down. Man. Anyway, it is just awesome out here. I don't know. I like it. I'll check in later. Bye. So it's 10 minutes to 8, and I just got to the AT. There's a sign behind me. Oh, the trail here is goes up to Spy Rock, and it's half a mile. I'm not doing a mile round trip. And then the AT is right back there. Nice breeze blowing through this morning. And the walk up this morning was not bad. I do uphills so much better than I do downhills, especially on fresh legs. It's only 10 minutes to 8, and I've got 4 miles to go. Pre-shelter, that says it's 4.4 miles that way, so that's what I did on Tuesday, I guess. No, Wednesday. No, today's Thursday, so it's been Tuesday I came in. Yeah. Shaping up to be a nice day, and locals say that the next couple days it's supposed to cool off, so hopefully the nights won't be quite as muggy. And not that they've been really bad, don't get me wrong. It's not like, July in Virginia Beach, but you lay down at night and when there's no breeze, it's just kind of still and stagnant. So the only bad part, of course, is that when I get up 3 times during the night to go pee, I'll be freezing my ass off. I talk a lot about going to the bathroom, huh? There's not much else up here besides scenery, going to the bathroom, and eating. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the trail. Bye. Well, it's 8:03, and I just saw my first bear. I'm trudging along, and I saw him, right back in there. Nope, right in there somewhere. Not real big, but I looked up, and he was looking at me. I was looking at him. I was like, "Whoa, good morning, sunshine!" And he went running off into the woods. Oh, that was pretty neat. But I was a little surprised at how skittish he was and how quick he took off. He didn't want anything to do with me. I think he was as startled as I was. But just in case he's curious, or I spot him in a tree. I saw hunters the other day. There's a 3-day bear season. So imagine the bears around here are pretty skittish, especially when they hear dogs. I'm surprised they didn't smell me coming. Better watch where I'm going though, before I break an ankle. That was pretty neat. Ooh, a little startled though. I can imagine how Tanya felt. I was good, I don't know, 50 feet away. If she saw it, 10 feet away. Ouch. Anyway, scratch that one off the bucket list. Bye. I just want to show you this. It's still fairly early. It's 8:30, and I just passed the first campsite for Porter's Gap. This trail this morning has been absolutely beautiful. It hasn't been like this the entire way, but it's been fairly easy. The inclines have been short and not too steep. Been quite a few, gentle, meandering trails like this. The breeze has been nice, the weather's been cool. I'm just not sure if it gets any better than this. Oh. Actually, I think the from Montebello up to the first shelter, which is only like another mile, I think, might be a great overnight backpacking trip. Once you get up on the mountain, the first climb is not easy, but it's not horrible. And once you get up here, it's not a bad little walk, especially if you only have to do like 4 miles and all day. Chipmunk. The Porter's Gap had water. I guess it's a puddle spring is what they call that. And it's a new term for me. I didn't realize what they're called. But it doesn't really flow, it just kind of puddles. Not my favorite water source, but I'll take it when I have to. I did about 3 liters of water up to that parking lot at the base of the hill coming down to Montebello. I downed half a liter and emptied out the rest. So I wasn't going to carry it, but I do want the empty bottle so I can scoop these puddle springs. And then I went ahead and dumped out half of each of my other 2 bottles. I'm only carrying a liter, but with the cool weather and the fairly easy grade I knew was coming, and there's like 3 water sources between here and the first shelter, I think. Figured it'd be all right. So far, so good. Knock on wood somewhere. But coming in to Montebello, getting a room or even a cabin for the night, and then taking off in the morning, say that'd be a Friday night, take off Saturday, hike up to the first shelter, come back, that would be all right. That'd be a good trip. And on a cool morning, I think even the dogs would be okay. Well, that's something I learned today, or yesterday, when I was talking to Ricky about bear hunting, is that he couldn't believe that some of these people were hunting in this warm weather, even though his dogs were out for some reason. He said you got to start them early in the morning on days like this, because they'll go until they die. Those dogs will not stop. They will go until they tree that bear, or they'll die trying. And they overheat, and they get dehydrated. But damn. That's dedication right there, right? I guess that's kind of like a horse. Alright. Well, hopefully by now in the video, somebody has overplayed some music, because I am just babbling. I'll check in later on. Bye. So it's 9 o'clock. I'm at the something Sweely shelter. It's on the side. I'll get it later. Is it here? Nope. And I don't know, there's room for 6 or 8 people in here, I guess. It's not huge. I've seen smaller. Outside is pretty typical, except for it's a pretty small space for a shelter. There's supposed to be a a spring down there somewhere, and I might check that out. I'm gonna check the logbook, see how bad it is. And I'm sure there's some tent sites around here. I'm gonna stop here for a little bit, grab a little something to eat, and then continue on another couple miles at least. It's way too early to stop for the day, but I am in no hurry. I wouldn't normally recommend tuna fish sandwiches at 9 o'clock in the morning, but when you've been up for 5 hours, they're all right. So I just left the shelter about 15 minutes ago or so. You know, you start daydreaming, and I was thinking about my first backpacking trip and the time I met my first AT through hiker, and that was down in somewhere near the Grayson Highland State Park, Mount Rogers area. I'd gone with Mike Richards. We went out on, I guess, like a Friday night or whatever, slept in the back of the truck. And, that's the first time I ever saw satellites going overhead. It's pretty neat. I'm pretty sure it had to be my truck since I had the 8-foot bed. This was like a little 6-footer. And I was trying to think of what year that was. And if it was my truck, then that was a 2000. And we got it when Brooke was just a couple months old. So had to be like 2000 or 2001, I guess. Somewhere in there. Anyway, I had that Sierra Designs backpack, which was humongous. 70 liters or so, 80 liters. Missed that pack. I'd taken a Walmart like cast aluminum stove that, you know, screws on the top of a Coleman, those green Coleman fuel canisters. You know, those stoves that are like 8 inches across. I forget what I used as a pot. I think I brought one from home. No, I'd used one of those. I got one of those stainless steel Walmart specials. That's right. For dinner that night, I took a box of pasta shells and a glass jar of spaghetti sauce. I'll never forget that one. I know I told that story to a bunch of people, but man, that was friggin' ridiculous. Didn't have a water filter at the time, so I think I lugged in about a gallon of water. Ended up running out of water that trip. Second day, started sipping on Mike's. Man, come a long way since then, huh? Gotten older too. Looking back on that trip, I mean that one-day trip, I bet I was lugging in 50 pounds. I humped it out, but man, that was a tough overnighter. Nowadays, like for an overnight trip, I could get down to, 20 pounds. I only need 1 day's worth of food. Well, it's 11 o'clock, and I have gotten to the North Fork of the Piney River. And it says that there's a couple campsites next to the big boulder between the two forks. And there is. So hang on a second. Oh. So there's a big boulder. There's a campsite there. I squeeze in one over there, but it's not as pretty. There's one on the front side of the boulder here. Little tree or a fire ring over there. The AT is straight ahead. Another fire ring. A couple campsites here, but they're not great. Oh, play nice logs to sit on. I'll give them that. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock. I am not stopping here for the day. But I am going to stop here and get a drink, probably Camel Up, figure out where we're going to go, have a Cliff Bar, and see how much water I need to carry in order to get to wherever I'm going to go, and then get some water. Oh, I don't know if you see this, but right here, right there is a bunch of stones. It looks like a fire ring on top of them, the boulder. All right, I'll check in later. Bye. So I couldn't resist climbing to the top of the boulder. I don't know. Obviously, I'm staying here. It's only 11 o'clock. There is another campsite in 2.4 miles, but you got to carry your water from here if you're southbound. So, looks like I got a water carry coming. 4 liters should be enough, I would think. But I'll camel up here. Oh, I also need to see where the water is past there for tomorrow. Anyway, I'm gonna sit around here for a little bit, and I'll check back in when I'm on the trail. Bye. All right. So it's a little before 12. I've been on the trail for just a few minutes since stopping at the Piney River. I'd walked in there with a liter and a quarter of water, something like that. So roughly, 2 pounds of water. Now, my next stop has a very unreliable water source. Now, if I go past that, I'll be all right. But if I only get to that point, anyway, long story short, I'm packing out about 4.5 liters of water. And where I'd come in with, 2 pounds of water, I'm leaving with something closer to 11 pounds of water. Pack's heavy. Feels very heavy. Anyway, I'm gonna take this nice and easy because my knee hasn't stretched out yet. And it's still kind of barking at me a little bit. But 2.5 miles at 1.5 miles or 1 mile an hour. Put me in there around 2:30. I'm sure I'll make it before then, but have I mentioned how beautiful of a day it is? Not too hot. The sun is out. I'm in and out of shade. Wind's blowing. Man, I just don't want you to think I'm complaining. Pack's heavy, but still rather be here than at work. I'd still rather be here than sitting in that damn campground. They're good people in a nice place, but just nothing to do. Which is one of the reasons why I did not stay at the Piney River that I just passed. Because it is only noon. I'm not sitting there for 7 hours. Oh. So I will continue on to whatever service road it was, and see what's there. And if I get there and it's still really early, I might rest up a little bit and do another mile or two. We shall see. All right, I'll check in later. Bye. Oh, a couple deer. Oh, I just caught the tail ends of them. But anyway, all right, bye. All right, so it's 1:30, and I just reached U.S. Forest Service Road 246 or something like that. I don't know. It was the next point that had camping that seemed reasonable, and it said, you know, if you're bringing water southbound, stop finding it. So I did. Let me show you around a little bit. Oh. Well, it really disappears, doesn't it? The AT. There's the steps. Now, right at those steps up there. Let me show you. Steps are right there. Oh. And this is going to be U.S. Forest Road, whatever. And you come down this way. There's something, I mean, it's been cleared for something, but oh, there's an area right here for somebody's been camping at. Nice grass to lay on. It'd be nice. I'm gonna rest up here for a little bit, and it's still early. I'll see if I can push on another couple miles. I'm not too anxious to go very far, so it would be something better than this to grab my attention. So, all right, I'll check back in a little bit. Bye. All right, so there is another forest road, like 1.2. I'm gonna at least go to that, and then there's a Hog Camp Gap, I think it was. That's like 3.3, 3.4. It's like another 2 miles past this next service road, but the terrain doesn't seem too tough. Got one 600-foot climb. Rest of it doesn't seem too bad. So we'll try for the 1.2, and then we'll reevaluate and see what's going on. I don't want to push too hard, but it's early and I don't feel bad. My left ankle and right knee are, I don't even want to say sore. I feel them, and the right knee gives me a little more problems than than I'd care for. The left ankle is fine. I mean, it's been through a lot in the last week. So, in 1.2, I mean, that's not far at all. So, we'll try that, and then we'll check in later on. Bye. Well, let's see here. We made it to the next forest road, which is about a mile and a half, I think it was, from the last one. About a quarter mile into that walk, my knee just started screaming at me. I can barely lift it over a log or a stone or whatever. Hurts. There's a campsite here, but I don't know. There's a road right here. There's vehicle access. It's obvious that the locals come in and use it as a campsite. Come to get drunk, whatever. It would just be bad news to stay here. Thursday, right? So day before weekend. I don't know. There's a meadow in like 1.2. I can't believe that there wouldn't be any camping in that meadow. If not, then the next available site is like another mile past that. Now, even at my current pace, mile an hour, I could be there before nightfall, well before nightfall. Assuming my knee doesn't get any worse. But I'm not staying here. I stopped that last video a little abruptly because another hiker was coming. That's the AT North. But there's tire tracks right here in the dirt. Bottle caps all over the place. Bud Light thing in the fire pit. There's beer bottles and beer cans all through the weeds here. I'm not staying here tonight. I'll hobble my way into the meadow. Stealth camp if I have to. Probably even make it another 2 miles if I need to today. But this is not an option. Alright. I'll check in later. Well, here's a whole nother problem I'll have to deal with, probably tomorrow, is the fact that my kit pickup spot is only 8 miles away. I'm going to knock out at least a mile of that today. And Tanya doesn't pick me up until Saturday. So, I think I signal Oscar to pick me up tomorrow. But I'll deal with that when it comes. So I spent the last hour or so coming up this hill. And now this. Will you look at that? Hey. I just sat talking to a guy named Top. Sitting here, smoking a bowl, enjoying the view. Oh, that is pretty. Well, after a 12-mile day, and that includes going up from Montebello, I am home for the night. And the flies have found me. Oh, I'm a stink to high heaven. Because they just follow me all over the place. I feel like Pigpen. You want to see where I'm sleeping tonight? This is kind of pretty. You sure? Okay. So there's my fire ring. Oh! And right now I have it all to myself. Now this is an advertised place in Guthooks. And the thru hiker I just met, Top. He said that the shelter up ahead is dry. So I don't know if you can see it, there's a post right there. And there's water down, just go past that post. Top said it was about 0.3 miles down. Certainly glad I lugged up that 2.5 quarts of dirty water. So anyway, I'm gonna sit and relax for a bit. Hope these flies don't drive me nuts. That's about it. Check in later on. Bye. All right. Well, it's what time is it? About 5 minutes to 5, and have my tent set up, sleep bag, and I think I'm going to try cowboy camping at least until the stars come out. We'll see. I don't know. I've tried this a couple times in various places and I don't much care for it. I love the idea. The idea that, you know, creepy crawlies crawling all over you. So we'll see. See how bad the flies are too. They really don't bother me right now, but I think once the sun goes down, it cools off, they're gonna go away. And it's too dry, I think, for mosquitoes. So if all the nights, tonight should be a good night. Sitting here and lady comes up, backpacker, and asked about water, and told her where it was, and her name's Bama. She summited Katahdin on Friday, or yesterday she said? I don't remember. But she just summited Katahdin, and she's got a section of makeup that she missed between Punch Bowl, which was where I was supposed to finish this hike, and Waynesboro. So she's going to sleep on the other side of the meadow under some other trees. Which I'm fine with because I'll be up and down all night. I mean, she's welcome to pull up the spot here, but no. There's a reason I'm not at the shelter, you know. Anyway, she's probably got a better spot than I do, actually. I don't know. 5 o'clock. We'll fix some dinner here pretty soon. And not much for bear bag hanging around here, so I don't think I'm gonna bother. I might set my bag in my tent. Just keep, well, actually, maybe I'll set it right next to me, I don't know. So I'm sleeping with it for the last week anyway. All right, see ya. Bye. So right by my tent, didn't realize it until a few minutes ago. There is. Oh, focuses it. I don't know, can't see them on here, but there's apples on there. They're small and tart. The two I ate were pretty good.